Welcome to our 90 matchup versus our guest, the Dodge City High School team, and your Falcons. The team coaches here with two minor standings, Wichita High School, one block after right here in the Dodge City High School. We are pleased that you are attending the game tonight at High Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all rise and remove cover as we celebrate our great nation with our national anthem. Tonight's coverage is being presented by Wichita Heights, JROTC. Cadets are Jessica Taylor, Dwight Mears, Ketia Tucker Dunbar, and Corinne Robledo. The JROTC are under the instruction of retired Master Sergeant Eric Yeager and retired Captain Veronica Parnell. Tonight's performance of the national anthem will be performed by our amazing Wichita Heights Masters under the direction of Christian Young, student teacher and local music from Wichita State University. Magical, like it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heights High School tonight for the matchup between the 0-2 Wichita Heights Falcons and the undefeated 2-0 Dodge City Red Demons. Red Demons beat the Falcons last year in a duel out there in Dodge City, and here they traveled a few hours away to take us home here, and we'll see if the Heights Falcons can get their first victory of the year. Going to be a tough match. With me, I am Mr. Kelly. I've got several students here with me. I got Mr. Zach Pogue. How you doing, Mr. Pogue?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
You ready to go for tonight?
I am excited.
Well, it's kind of a weird experience for both of us, Coach. We,
yes, it is.
You know, we used to be on the sideline coaching, and now we're getting to talk about the two teams here. And Coach Dingle, in his second year with the Falcons, last year going 4-5, a losing record, looking to try to improve on that record this year, but had a tough start, 0-2, losing last week to Carroll. What was that score? 58-12, and then losing to week number 1. They lost on the road also to Mays South. and that game was 40-24. So Dodge City, on the other hand, they are 2-0, beating Hayesville Campus in week number 1, 34-14, and beating Salina South Cougars 45-7. That was at home last week as their home opener. So we'll see if the Falcons can break the winning streak and see if we can get our first win. Coach, did you look through some stats today? Did you see anything glaring for either one of those teams as you were looking through some of those things?
The first thing that I think really stands out to me is the records. Not too many times have you seen Wichita Heights at 0-2 to start the year. This program's been at the top of the heap for a long time, but when you come out and you play two of the top teams in the state, 0-2 happens, and
yeah.
You might be the best 0-2 team in the state. So, and then Dodge coming in at 2-0, and they've been down. I won't say they've been down the past few years, but haven't had the success I think that they have been used to, and coming in here with the 2-0 record to Wichita, and so.
Great point. You never know, man. We could. Carroll is a tough game for us. Carroll's a tough for anybody. So we hung in there, I think, with Bishop Carroll for probably pretty much the first half. We were still in the game there in the first half. I think we were down 21 or 20-7 at the half. I still thought we had a pretty good shot. We came out and returned the opening kickoff. John Randall, freshman. You'll see him, number 22, a little bit. He's in the return game. He returned it for, I believe it was 95 yards in the opening return of the second half against Bishop Carroll. We were right there, and then the wheels just fell off. It was turnover after turnover. I was talking to offensive coordinator Malik Jarrett and talking to him this week, and he just said we couldn't get anything going, and they were just fumble after fumble and couldn't get anything going, couldn't score there in the second half, and and Bishop Carroll just marched down the field and scored. So we'll see if those two guys are see if we can get any better on that.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt the first week went. We were in the game for a while, and then the wheels just fell off.
We were late in the game.
Right.
I wasn't there. You were at the game?
I was not there, but I've seen the film.
Okay.
The 40-0 score doesn't reflect the game whatsoever. The game was very tight up until the last, and with some turnovers happening and May South taking advantage of it, just kind of put that score up there to 40. I think they went up. And it was 24.
It was an interception on the last play of the game.
That's correct.
And it was really close until then, and so it was pretty close until that very last point. You got some stats there. You want to read some stats and some things that might be
I got a pretty impressive one here with John Randall, who, like you said, is a freshman. But his name is known around the City League. He's got some pretty good relatives that have played in years before him, but he has 3 kickoff returns for 121 yards as a freshman.
That one was like 95, and I think another one was like 30 or something yards there. So
he's averaging 40 yards a kick return.
Yeah.
So when you got that opening up a ball game, you might be able to put some points up quick.
Well, Dodge City has the spread offense. They're going to be in gun the whole time, but don't let that fool you. They're going to run the ball pretty consistently. They have 809 yards total offense on the season so far. They have 401 yards passing per game, 401 total yards passing, so averaging about 200 yards of passing per game. And on the ground, they're about the same, 408 yards total, so averaging about 200 yards on the ground. So right now we have our captains for the Red Demons is, let me get my roster here, number 10 for the Red Demons. Number 10 is Bo Foster, and I believe that's the coach's son. We're trying to see those. They're pretty far away. Looks like number 7 also, Deshaun Taylor.
Looks like number 3.
Number 3, John Johnson, and then number 13 possibly. It's hard to see which one. He's the one speaking to the white hat right there. That's number 53. I was going to say they got to have a lineman in there. Tommy Bermudez. Captains for the seniors. Go ahead, Coach Pogue.
We have first, what number do we have? Number 5.
Number 5. Number 7.
Who's Dylan Depperschmidt, who's also a name that you've probably heard around here for a few years. And number 20, Josh Sanders. I think that's a.
There it is. Yeah, Josh Sanders. He's going to be their top guy that we're going to see throughout the game. They're going to be in the flex bone offense. He's going to be the fullback right behind the quarterback. He's going to get a lot of carries, get some midline, get some belly, get some veer. We were talking about before, I'll probably kind of talk about offense most of the night. Coach Pogue used to coach some defense. He'll talk a lot about the defense. We're going to try to get some stats. I've got Kate back here on the switching the cameras, so she's running between different cameras here. I've got Lucas on a camera. I've got Case on a camera. We got Caleb on the scoreboard down there. So we are ready to go, and we are getting ready to kick off here. Almost 7, so we're right on schedule. 6:58, we might kick this off just a few minutes early.
Looks like Dodge City's going to kick it off to the Falcons. Back deep, we got number 21, Javon Martin. Number 4, Jalen Hanks, who's another speedster, could really get going. And then back deep.
I think that's 21.
Is that 21? I already called.
Yeah, Javon Martin.
And then back here is.
Yeah, I can't.
It's tough to see the numbers on the Falcon jerseys.
Especially on the side. Same thing with with these tight jerseys, man. You know, they used to have some jerseys or the numbers on the shoulder, but it's hard to see sometimes. So we'll get those as best we can. Kicking off for the Red Demons is number 55, Jose Valverde. He's a 5'9", 215-pound O-line, D-line guy. So here we are for the kickoff. Falcons are on their feet. It's blackout night, so most of them have their black shirts. A left-footed kick, going to squib it down the middle, taking it about the 5-6 yard line.
That's Jaden Hamilton, number 9.
Jaden Hamilton was the carry, and I believe that was number 3 on the tackle there was John Johnson. Looks like, and John Johnson's going to line back up there at maybe linebacker, free safety, something like that. Here come the Falcons. Dylan Depperschmidt running the quarterback. Josh Sanders at the fullback. At the slot receivers or the slot backs is going to be Jalen Hanks. And the R is Adrian Patterson. So we're going to see this formation quite a bit. Looks like they're going to be in maybe a right over, a tight end to the right, and they're just going to run some straight power ISO right there. That's ISO off the right tackle.
Looks like number 3 for Dodge City on the tackle there. John Johnson, I'm sorry if his parents are watching. Didn't mean to mess up the name. It's like about a 2-yard carry for the Falcons.
So that was Hanks. He had a rushing yard there. Looks like they're going to give him about 2 yards.
Looks like the Red Demons are coming out into it looks almost like a 5-2, a 3-4 type defense. Looks like they're trying to load the box here on the Falcons to shut down that running game.
They're going to continue to do that for sure. With Heights, they're going to. We look at some of the Heights stats. They're passing don't really have much passing yards at all. They are pretty much a run-dominant team running the flex bone. Flex bone is, like your Navy. Georgia Tech used to do it. If you guys were watching a couple weeks ago, Army was playing Michigan. They had that's the flex bone offense. Been running it here for several years, and there's the motion right there. Looks like a speed option, and they're going to come up just a little bit short. Tough decision for Coach Jarrett out here. The quarterback, that was Dylan Depperschmidt. Gained of about 2.
First big decision of the night on the first series here. You got about 4th and half a foot, it looks like here.
And still early. So we're going for it. Don't be surprised if you might see maybe try to draw them off sides here deep in their end zone early in the game. or maybe they feel like they can really they're just going to give it to Josh and they're going to give him it.
Yeah.
That looked like a little bit of belly, just kind of like ISO blocking up front and just turn around and let Josh find a hole, and he picks up another 4 yards for Josh Sanders. Josh Sanders is going to carry the load for the Falcons.
On the tackle there was number 7, number 9 from Dodge City. That would be Jashawn Taylor and Alden Nedler.
There's a name for you.
Isn't it? They're still in that same defense. They've really got the box loaded, and that middle linebacker's really just sitting there kind of waiting to see what happens. Ooh, nice tackle by number 3 from Dodge City.
That was rocket toss right there. One thing about the flex bone is you power in, get outside. Sometimes you get outside, and then you get back inside to it. And that was Jalen Hanks with the carry. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, and he got nailed right there. That was a pretty good tackle from Dodge City right there. Again, looks like they're going to have tight end left, receiver top left. There's a little bit of midline. Josh almost broke it backside. And again, what we're talking when we say midline is that the offensive line is not blocking a 3 technique, which
right.
is kind of like a defensive tackle. They're reading him. So if he's going to go down and tackle the fullback, then, of course, the quarterback keeps it and goes right through the same hole.
They'll go with midline again.
And looks like Josh is going to pick up the first down. He's got 4 carries. I'd give him another 4 yards right there. He's got 14 yards on the game already.
Like I said, you're going to hear Josh's name a lot in the backfield. He's just a workhorse, and then he's also starting strong safety. So you're going to hear his name on the other end. Kalen Lowry comes into the game for a tight end. Guess they need some extra beef in there for him.
Kalen Lowry is usually one of their starting defensive linemen, but I haven't seen that look for him. That's big number 96, Kalen Lowry, one of the bigger guys on the.
Sure is.
What's his size?
He is 6'3", 290 pounds.
He's probably one of the biggest guys on Heights. He's going to stay in there at tight end.
Little known fact about Kalen Lowry, he is also a wrestler and I believe a 2-time state qualifier.
He was the only state qualifier last year for Heights.
And at 290, he may have to cut a little bit of weight this year.
The max is 285.
There's Josh again.
Going to pick up about 8 yards right there.
Number 10 on the tackle from Dodge City. That's DeAndre Vontrez.
So Heights is going to continue to run the clock. You're seeing our scoreboard. Caleb's doing a great job right there on the scoreboard, keeping that up to date. It's just going to continue to run and run and run until they don't pick up a first down. It'll stop just for a second, then it'll restart it. Here comes the Falcons again, and they're going open side this time. And great play right there by Cedric Rosales. He shoved the L. I want to say the L was that Jalen Hanks there.
Yes, it was.
And just shoved him right back into the toss.
And then number 50, Joshua Bertholf was able to come in and finish off the tackle there. But that play was really made by 21.
Oh, yeah.
Shutting it down.
Yeah, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for the Falcons and see if they can get anything going. So going zip motion across, trying to get a quick little hitter, and they're going to only pick up about 1 yard back. Running the chains down there. Eric Hansen's on the box. I think that's Jeff Mullen on one of the yard markers, and then Scott Arp and 2 teachers as well. They bailed out of the way to get there, and so that's just going to bring up a 3rd and 12 here. Not a good down for a run-oriented offense like the Falcons in their flex bone.
Not at all. You get to 2nd and long and 3rd and long. It's really hard to get things moving when you don't really have I don't want to say they don't have a passing game. It's just not very prevalent. There's a passing game involved, but there's so much time spent on the run game, and that's why they're just going to go right there because, see, what happens is the defense thinks you're going to go outside or you're going to pass, so they take it easy, and then you just keep hitting it back up in the middle right there. That was Josh Sanders with another carry. That's his 6th carry of the night. He picked up about 7 yards on that carry.
I'll try to do some math here in a little bit, but he's probably got about 25, 30 yards already here in the first quarter. Brings up a 4th and 3.
And Dodge City still with that, what I would call a 5-3 defense. They got 3 down linemen and 2 stand-up ends, and then you got your traditional middle linebacker and 2 backers inside or outside backers, but playing a little inside.
They're going to pick it up. Great call right there by Coach Jarrett. Calls a little bit of quarterback power. He's just stepping back, and it looks like they're going to go outside, and quarterback just sneaks up in there. So Dylan Depperschmidt with a big pickup right there of about 4 yards on 2nd and 3, 4th and 3, picks up 4, keeps the chains moving.
And this Dodge City defense of what I'm calling a 5-3 here.
It's almost like there's 3 down linemen, but there's really almost 5 linebackers.
And it looks at times that, wow, number 53 and 50 on the tackle there really is shutting that play down.
Tommy Bermudez and Joshua Berthoff did a pretty good job right there of shutting that one down. It was almost like it looks like they were trying to go motion towards the field, and then they ran toss back away from it, trying to catch the Dodge City Demons off of the out of whack right there, and then didn't get it done. Didn't trick them at all. They were right there. So Josh actually loses a couple yards on that, brings up about 2nd and 12 here. Going to their 2 wide, 2 slot look. Going to do a little play action pass, wide open. Touchdown pass for the Falcons. That's about 42-yard pickup.
Number 17, Rolando Reed on the touchdown.
Rolando Reed. Great job right there. Little toss action to the outside. Brought everybody in. Again, we had 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 runs in that play, in that series. 1 pass, 1 touchdown. That's what we like to see right there.
And that's a flex bone a little bit in a definition for Heights at least.
Caden Clausen with the extra point, and he misses it. No good, extra point. Not good right there. But that's a great great start for the Heights Falcons. As we go 6-0 with 4:42, we'll take a quick little commercial right here, and we'll be right back. All right, looks like you guys got a little bit of some volleyball highlights right there. I'm running the digital media, and all my students are here. They just don't know the game yet to talk, so they're learning tonight. So some of them, their first night watching some football. I know Lucas here is right next to me on the camera. He did this last year, so he's good. He's just kind of a quiet guy, but he does a great job on the camera. And good kickoff, a little short, really had to come up.
Oh.
Takes it about the 20.
He's got a seam.
And looks like Caden Clausen, the kicker, makes the tackle. So who caught that ball for us on the touchdown?
That was Rolando Reed, number 17.
Rolando Reed, and that was about 42 yards, and that was a TD right there, right? Just kind of writing on my stats right there.
It was, very well executed play. Looked like Dodge City was maybe in a cover 3 and was feeding that receiver off to the safety, and he didn't pick him up. And
that's exactly what
Depperschmidt did pick him up, and now it's 6-0.
So here comes the Red Demons. There's their quick passing game right there, a little fake to the inside, and we're going to see a lot of that. So on the throw right there was Foster. Bo Foster was the passer. He's going to pick up about 7 and going it up to the air again, really trying to pick on the Heights Falcons over there. That was a great height advantage. Number 5 for the Falcons
Elias Smith.
is Elias Smith. Not very tall.
No.
Compared to, I'm trying to see who that is over there. I believe that's number 3, John Johnson, 6'3".
Wow.
So that's definitely a mismatch right there.
The Falcons are coming out here in their classic 4-man front. That's pretty much been a staple for them.
Are we missing a middle linebacker?
You know, I didn't, before they stopped that count.
Are they going to call a timeout here?
I think so. I don't think they had enough people on the field, Coach.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 11, but I don't know if we're mismatched, but there was like no middle linebacker. They had their
spread us out.
They had the 4-3 right there. Dodge City calls the timeout right there. So there's the timeout right there. Looks like that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Be 3rd and 4 because they had the first play was about a 6-yard gain, and I didn't get to that one. That was Matt Freeze, number 20, who caught that first ball, and so about 7 yards passing. And you know, with the Red Demons, one thing that they're known for on offensive, in my opinion, over the years that I've seen them, they love to throw the screen.
They do.
They love to throw the quick game.
Screen.
I remember as defense, man, I would always run Scout O with the guys, and we were running screens left and right. And so here comes the Red Demons. Looks like they're going to be a 3-by-1, 3 receivers up to the top. Going to be in shotgun pretty much all the time. Play action pass, and there's a sack
there.
there,
And a fumble.
And just couldn't get on it.
Kalen Lowry with the hurry there, forcing that quarterback to make a quick decision, and he just dropped it. But
I think that was straight fumble. I mean, that's sack fumble.
Yeah,
I mean, they're going to call that. It doesn't look like they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Look, they're coming back up here, so it's going to be 4th and 4. So that's going to be an incomplete pass. But that's a good start for the Falcons right there. Back deep for the Falcons on the return is Josh Sanders and number 9. And I just say let that one go over your head, Josh. Let that go in the end zone. That takes a heck of a bounce. Oh, and it does get in the end zone. So that's going to be a touchback. And we've got 3:40 left to go here. And Heights Falcons going to have a long drive. See if they can put 80 yards back on the 80 yards to go for another 6. Trying to find through all of our stats. We printed up a bunch of stuff here. We've got stats, we got rosters, we've got who they play next week. Looks like Dodge is going to travel to Great Bend next week. The Falcons are here next Friday against Wichita North. So Heights coming back out in the flex bone. They're going to be in that all night. Sometimes there'll be 1 receiver, sometimes there's 2. Sometimes when you see the 2 receiver look right here, that means there's no tight end, and there's a speed option to Josh. Hanks didn't see the free safety, but Josh breaks that tackle, and he's going to pick up about 22 yards right there.
Number 3 and 9 on the tackle from Dodge City, way downfield. That's Jaden Hamilton, and no, that is wrong, Coach
Wrong.
Kelly.
You got the wrong roster.
I do.
Don't we have 2 of these rosters? Thought we had 2. I don't know what I did with mine. I've got so many papers here trying to get these, trying to keep stats. Here we go. So they're back in the flex bone, tight end to the right, receiver down here to the right, and they're going to run a little counter tray, and great tackle right there by number 9 for Dodge City.
Number 9 is Alden Nedler.
He just whip-tied. I think that was number 9 on the carry right there. Was it 9 on the carry, was it?
Yes, it was, Coach.
Was it 9 on the carry? That's Jaden Hamilton. I think that's his first carry. What's number? It's not number 9. Number 9's a receiver. It's number 24. There's ISO right there with Hanks. Straight ISO. Block him up 1, 2, 3. Insert the fullback. Insert the R in there. And Jalen Hanks is going to pick up 9.
Number 13, DeJean Delgado on the tackle. That was a solo for him.
Brings up 3rd and 1. I'm sure Coach Jared Ad's not going to be anything fancy here. Probably just give it to Josh up the middle. Maybe read a 3-tech. There it is right there. They're just going to give it to Josh right up the middle. Like I called, try to pick up the first down. It looked like it was midline again, not blocking the 3-tech or the defensive tackle to the right side. Those guard and center go up to the linebackers, and we're just reading that guy. So another big gain right there for Josh, who picks up about another 7 yards.
The center, Evan Manuel, is really doing a good job on Dodge City's nose guard, who is, I believe, number 77.
Heights is in there, tight look. Now they run toss outside.
Sorry,
that was Adrian Patterson on the carry, and he's just not having a good night. They might look like they might call that maybe loss of 2. So
what I see really hurting Dodge City's defense right now is their nose guards getting beat by our center, and that in midline and everything like that. All our centers really got to do is pick a side. If they want to shut down Heights' offense right now, that nose guard has to demand a double team. You can't let one of those guards get up to the linebackers.
Correct. That's the thing. There's a little bit of veer right there reading the out. That might have been outside veer reading the outside overhang over there, the linebacker. And Josh Sanders is going to pick up about 4 yards.
Tackled by number 7.
So there's a lot of different ways
53.
that they can do the flex bone. You can not block an inside guy, which is usually your midline veer types of looks, or there's sometimes the outside veer that they're not going to block someone like an outside linebacker or a defensive end, and they're going to try to read those guys. So that's the thing about it. It's very hard for high school defenses to prepare for an offense like this. It just makes it difficult.
Absolutely.
When they're the only team that runs something like this.
And you're seeing inside veer, outside veer, midline, everything, and boom, all of a sudden they hit you with the pass.
And they're going to try to take a pass right there. That was an incompletion. Just tried a little quick hitter out there to Jaden Hamilton.
It almost, Coach, looked like one of the D linemen almost got his hands on the ball. I'd have to say.
He probably.
Number 50 might have tipped that.
He could have. And 4th and 8's going to be a little bit too much here for the Falcons, as they're going to bring on the punt team with the wind blowing out of the north. So they're going to be punting into the wind. I'm looking at the flags up there. They're going to be punting into the wind. Caden Clausen is back deep for the Falcons for the punt, and Dodge City doesn't put anybody back there, and he's just going to try to squib it and try to get it down there, and he just kind of hits it off the side of his foot, but now he's just going to make Dodge City go, 85 yards or so. 23 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Heights scored on the opening drive all the way down the field and had about a 42-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Depperschmidt to Rolando Reed.
I believe that's Dylan's first touchdown pass on the season as well.
Hey, it might be. We'd have to find our stat page. There it is right there. You might look that up. Here's Dodge City in their 3-by-1. 3-by-1 look, no tight end. Not going to be a play action pass or a play action, but there's a pretty good little move right there. And that's Alden Nedler, also playing on the defensive side. We've called his name a couple times. Alden Nedler, 6'3", 205. He picks up about 12 yards right there.
Really just kind of gashed through that defense. They're widening us out with only leaving one linebacker in the middle there.
And they ran a quick play. I'm writing stats down there, and they give it again to Alden.
I got number 19 in the middle there, and he's just not making tackles. He's there. He's where he's supposed to be. He's just not making tackles.
And Coach Dingle,
I was going to say is Enrique Chavez, or is Malik Little.
And that is the end of the first quarter. So we'll take a little break. We're going to play a little an interview with Coach Dingle that we shot earlier this week. And here it is for you. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
I'm just excited to watch our team grow, watch our team develop on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, and in the kicking game, and just see just the constant improvement week to week. The team has improved in a lot of areas, but primarily trying to do the little things better, trying to compete on and off the field. trying to work every single day and try to win every single rep and everything and every single drill that we do. Well, our three captains are Joshua Sanders, Deliah Smith, and Dylan Depperschmidt, and they've all done a really good job from the start of the summer or even last spring of just leading our guys in the right direction. Not only on the field, but being an example off the field, just doing things right.
And we're back. We had to stop that interview there. We'll try to finish that interview with Coach Dingle. That was shot last week before the first game of the season. Right before they actually, I think it was shot right before they played May South. And here is 2nd and 5 for the Red Demons. Quick little play action pass screen. There's the screen right there to number 20. For about 6 yards.
Dodge City's doing a really good job of getting that ball to the second level where the linebackers and DBs are. And we're a little undersized. Height's a little undersized at linebacker, so it could be tough.
Giving it to Nedler there on the counter. Two offensive linemen were pulling. Nedler picks up another 3. Now, I don't know if you could see it on the screen. You can, kind of the top left corner of the screen. They've got a digital number signage, so Dodge City's going to be running plays in and out. And here's drop back pass, little quarterback draw for Foster. Foster's going to pick up about 7 yards for a first down. And that's what I was saying. So with that digital signal over there on the sideline, it looks like there's a girl holding up top left corner on about the 40-yard line. If you look at the screen there, you'll see that. They've all got wristbands on there, so they're going to run plays quick. A little rollout, pressure. That was 27 for the Falcons. That was Garrett Dempsey. 5'9", 170-pound senior that got the pressure right there that made Foster throw that one away. Three by one again, 3 receivers down here. Tried to draw them off sides, didn't get it. 2nd and 10 here on that incompletion for the Red Demons. 11:04 here in the second quarter. And that's going to be a little bit of fake to Nedler, and Foster makes a pretty good move, and he's going to pick up 10, 20, about 24 yards on that carry right there. Winding the clock, keep it rolling. Dodge City's hitting fast on this series. They're running plays in and out, not giving a lot of chance for Heights to get any substitutions. I know defensive linemen, you guys always wanted to sub in guys in and out.
Absolutely.
But
we can
you can't do it.
Keep our guys and those legs fresh, and when they're hitting us like this, we just can't get that done.
Now they're dropping back. 3 downfield, wide open over the middle, all the way down to the 1 yard line. That's a pickup of about 27 yards to number 20, Matt Freeze. He's got all 3 passes. So it's going to bring up a 1st and goal from the 1 yard line here. Heights is really going to have to step up and see if they can get a goal line stance here.
Kalen Rowley just 1 step away from
another
sack
close
right there.
Looks like they're going to just give it to Nedler right there for a 1 yard gain for a touchdown. So 1 yard and a TD. So Dodge City ties it up with 6-6. And let's see if they can take the lead on an extra point. Remember there in the first quarter, they had Caden Clausen had a missed extra point. And they've got number 55, big lefty, Jose Valverde. He was the one that was kicking off earlier, and I think he put it right through. Yes. So he takes the 1 point lead. Dodge takes the 1 point lead. And Dodge is up 7-6 with 9:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Again, we'll come back and we'll finish that interview with Coach Dingle. And
I'm just excited to leading our guys in the right direction. Not only on the field, but being an example off the field of just doing things right and working hard and trying to push each other, and then just being able to hold each other accountable. One of the things that we've done is we put kind of that ownership on them and allowing them to take the discipline kind of in their hands and making sure that everyone on the team is doing what they should be doing.
So you can see right here, Coach Dingle, this is what they have on the sideline. They're watching their huddle, so they've got automatic sideline, so they can go back and see who's doing what and how they're beating them, who just a good coaching point right there, and they're showing it to all the players. So those players are learning right then and there on the sideline in between series when they're not on the field. And here we go back to the kickoff. 55 kicking off for the Red Demons. Jose Valverde, he's kicked off the first time and has one extra point, kicking from the 40 from the far side. Kicking into the wind a little bit. Looks like they might be trying to high pooch it to the other side, maybe over here to Hanks on this side. And that's exactly what they do. Hanks wasn't even paying a bit of attention and almost gets it turned over right there. Hanks was looking to block somebody. Thank goodness Jaden Hamilton was right there on the recovery. Goodness.
That was just a good football play by number 9. That's having some football sense and knowing that ball's alive and getting to it and just getting possession of it, not turning it over. Didn't try to get extra yards or anything.
And Jalen Hanks might almost a bad opportunity there that could have been bad for them. He was really he got to look to see. I saw it coming because I could see where the kicker was lined up and kicking it there. So here we go. Heights 1st and 10 at about their 29-yard line. Looks like they're going to tight end left. A little bit of midline. Still hasn't. Depperschmidt still has not kept the midline right there. Just giving it to Josh. Maybe he's setting that stuff up, but Josh gets another carry. That's his 10th carry, and 0 yards on that one. Brings up about 2nd and 10. Hard to see. Unless I have replay, if I had my huddle iPad up and I could go back and watch that play, I would almost say he probably should have pulled that one and then gone right up inside. But he didn't, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Now they're back in the flex. No tight end. There's the veer. Depperschmidt is just now giving it. Josh went down. Looks like Josh thought he probably stayed up, but his knee was down. And again, another no carry, 0 yards for Josh.
Watching that play, Coach Kelly, it sure looked to me like Dodge City stunned their line to the left right into Heights' play there, and there was really nothing nobody could do.
Well, that's the thing about the offense is if guys are sitting still, it's easy. When it's hard on a flex is when those defensive line are moving, when those linebackers start to shift and move all around. It's hard for those young guys to make those quick decisions. They have everything that they can account for, but it still makes it difficult for them. Another little play-action pass. He's going to try to give an opportunity, and it was way out in front of Rolando Reed. And that's going to bring up 4th and 10. And they're definitely going to have to punt the ball away here. With the win, see if we can get a good kick and change field positions and make Dodge City with 8:30 left to go here in the second quarter. See if they make them march all the way down. That's what they're going to have to do. Had two plays there with 0 yards and tried to take a shot at 3rd and 10 and had an incomplete pass. Here comes fourth down. Caden Clausen again back to kick for the Falcons.
Looks like they're coming after it.
And he gets it away. Little wobbly kick, but bounces, and it right there to
that's number 3, John Johnson.
John Johnson, the name of a guy from Miami Vice back in the day?
That would be Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. Gosh darn it. All right, my fault.
Wichita native.
Wichita native Southeast guy.
I believe so.
I believe so. Your old alma mater.
Yes, sir. The Golden Buffaloes.
I've got the Grizzlies. I'm from the northwest side of town. So here we go. We've got 1st and 10 for the Red Demons. Referees are calling timeout. Something's wrong with not good. Shoulders hurt.
Number 13, Elijah Mosley.
Elijah Mosley is holding his elbow or arm or something like that. He is an all-state track performer in the 400 yards. I think
he just got a stinger there.
I hope so too. We'll see what happened. And here's Dodge, little quarterback counter.
There we go, big Kalen Lowry coming through the middle to make the tackle for a loss.
A 4-yard loss, about a 5-yard loss right there for the Red Demons. And that was a quarterback counter, so they faked Nedler on the end around. 2 offensive linemen from the right side pulling left, and they run quarterback counter away from all those receivers to see if they could catch that. And Kalen Lowry was having none of that. He just followed those guys that pulled.
And that, knowing Coach Moss like I do, that's what he was just coached up to do, and that's a good job, kid playing his technique.
So 2-by-2 here for the Red Demons, a little tight formation. Drop back pass, got some pressure again. Gonna try to get to him, an incomplete pass. He was trying to get the ball there to Dejan Delgado, and Foster comes up empty.
Falcon defensive line had a stunt going on there, so they were moving at the snap and really put some hands and pressure in the quarterback's face there, and that accounts as much of him being throwing an incomplete pass as anything.
And an incomplete pass, you saw a couple substitutions there. That's what they want, is try to get those substitutions on and off when there's an incomplete pass. So they did that quickly for the Falcons. Here comes the Dodge City Red Demons, 3rd and 15. Again, more Heights pressure. Foster breaks it. Going to be a tackle on the sideline. He's going to pick up about 10 or 12, about 12 yards. Going to make it, looks like about 4th and 2. So we're going to give him about a 12-yard gain. Looks like there's going to be about 4th and 3. Great spot right here for a fake punt.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm calling it. I don't know if I have any Tony Romo in me that, I can call some stuff here. You always hear Tony Romo is calling plays left and right on that NFL. Well, they're yelling out something out there.
Short punt, just gets away from it. Going to down it. Looks like he downed it at the 24-yard line.
All right, here come the Falcons. 6:30 left to go here in the first half. Tight end down here, overloaded to the left. They're just going to run power ISO right there. Blocking everybody up front. No reads right there. Just giving the ball to finally Adrian Patterson gets a run. He picks up about 6 yards. He's had a carry of 1. Carry of 0, carry of -2. Finally, he gets a little bit of positive yardage for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Good position right here. Maybe a play-action pass. They're going to run toss to Josh, little fullback toss, and he's going to pick up a couple. Looks like they're going to give him a pickup of, going to be close, might be a first down here. We'll see what they do when they put it down. I think they're going to call it short a little bit. But Josh has his 12th carry of the night, and he picked up about 3 yards.
Looks like third and 1 here, Coach Kelly. And I really don't see much changes in Dodge City's defense.
They haven't. I don't think they've done anything differently. Still running that. There's Depperschmidt with the pull. Good job right there on midline right there. Finally decided to keep it himself, and he picks up a crucial first down right there to keep the chains. We haven't picked up first down in a couple times.
No. We're back to dominating the line of scrimmage. The last couple series I've been able to watch Dodge City's D-line move around and cause some havoc and make people miss blocks and make tackles. But right now I see that Heights O-line really buckling down and moving people again.
Here's another midliner, veer. They give it to Josh. They're going to call.
It's like a face mask there, Coach.
Face mask possibly. I mean, all 3 of those referees threw that flag.
That means when there's more than one flag, that means it was real bad. You don't get any extra yards for that.
No. I think, personal foul, face mask right there. So that's going to be 15 yards and automatic first down. So they're going to put the ball all the way down to, it looks like about the 43-yard line. About the 43-yard line. Start the clock here with 5:25 left to go in the second quarter. That's about right. It's about 5:15. We're off just a few seconds. We're not the official clock, but we'll try to keep it as best we can. Josh does a good job of breaking a couple tackles there, picking up about 7. I'll have to add all these up at halftime. I'm going to have another line for Josh on my stat page.
Yeah, he's going to get his own column.
Yes, we might have to just scoot these other guys down and give them two rows on here. Brings up about 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Kalen Lowry playing a little bit of both ways. You don't see a lot of that at Heights. Kalen's there tight end on the left side.
Especially those big guys. You know, they get worn out quick.
Good run right there for Adrian Patterson. He picks up about 6, another 6 yards. And brings up another first and 10 at the 28-yard line. Kalen Lowry still in there. See if they go to his side. That's what they're doing. They're going to his side because they realize that Dodge City's not really changing anything. So we're going an extra guy over, and so we're just keep pounding. We pick up 9 yards, 8 yards there, and that was Patterson again. He picks up 8.
You know, when you add an extra guy, you got to account for him, and right now it looks like Dodge is not really accounting for him. They're still in the. So just keep.
Right now, we have the number advantage to the left-hand side. You can see the big gap. There's a little power G right there, little down pull, the kick out, and that might have been a little too cute right there for the Falcons as they lose a couple yards. Josh is going to lose about 2, going to bring up about 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 yards.
Pretty good play right there by the nose guard, number 97. Once he gets moving, Coach, I'm kind of impressed with him. Once he gets moving, his feet are pretty good, but.
How big is he? What's his stat page?
Number 97, Santonio Turner, who's just a sophomore, Coach.
There you go.
6 foot, 235.
6 foot, 235. Outside veer right there, just gives it to Josh. Picks up about 3. Looks like it's going to come back to about 4th and 2. That's Josh's 15th carry of the night, according to my stats. He picks up another 3 right there. Heights hasn't used any timeouts. They've got all 3 timeouts left here with 3 minutes left to go. We'll see if they use any timeouts, save some of that. Probably wants to score with no time left and doesn't give Dodge a chance to move it down the field at all. But 4th and 2 right here for the Falcons. And they fumbled the snap, and we might get lucky. I don't know if we do. It looks like we're not going to pick it up. The guy down here on this side, we're going to be about a yard short. Depperschmidt fumbles the ball on the snap, picks up 1.
And we did not get it. The ball's going back to Dodge City.
Not what the Falcons wanted to do right there for sure. Fumble it over with 2:30 left to go. That gives them a chance to maybe go down. Heights is going to really try to hold defensive-wise. That was Alden.
Kalen Lowry on the tackle there again. Man, he's getting a lot of work in tonight.
Yeah, he's right there in the mix of everything. Not really playing a nose, but probably is he shade?
He looks like a shade to me.
There comes
Coach.
a blitz right there. We blitz out of it. Foster breaks a couple tackles, picks up 12, 11 yards for Foster, and I'm sure they're going to get right back on the ball and go right back at it again.
They're 2-minute drill going on here and working to get another score for the half.
Clock doesn't stop really until clock stops when we pick up first down, and then they wind it as soon as they get everything set. There it goes. We're about right. Quarterback counter
Pass.
with a little bit of a
Nobody
pass.
out there on him.
Trying to play a little soft and still picks up the first down. So Foster gets the, I think that was about 12 yards. I couldn't see who that was to. Was that to number 20 again?
Yes.
Number 20, Matt Freeze has caught every pass. Throws it away there, incompletion. Brings up 2nd and 10. Coach Pogue, it's going to be on you. I got to go with me. I've got to go. I'm also coaching the Pommies, the dance team. So I got to go over there and play some music. If you can keep stats, if not, we might miss a couple right there. But there's all the Dodge City stats. We'll be back at halftime. We'll continue to film.
So that stops the clock with 57 seconds to go. Dodge City's still going to hurry up, try to get a snap off as soon as they can. Maybe try to catch Heights moving around a little bit. Oh, they're punting. Quick kicked it. And they really squibbed that one. Okay. Dodge City quick kicked that there, and you don't see this very often, but, and one of these kids may correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a negative yardage on the punt. I believe that looks like about a -4 yards on the punt from the line of scrimmage. So that Kansas wind must have caught that football. A little reverse counter action. Just running the football, and we got out of bounds. It brings it to 39 seconds. I don't know if Coach Jared Att's just going to run the clock out and try to get in, or maybe take some shots at the end zone here. I know what I would do, but I'm not coaching, so that doesn't really matter. I'd take a couple shots at the end zone, maybe try to tie this thing up before we went in at halftime. Deborah Smith dropped back. Oh. Threw a nice little pass over the middle to number 17. Rolando Reed, who had his hands on it, but the strong safety, number 3, big-time player tonight for the Red Demons. John Johnson comes in with a big hit and separates Rolando from the ball, so it's incomplete. As a Falcon fan, you don't like to see that, but as a football fan, that was a fantastic football play. Keeping the ball on the ground here. That's Josh again for another couple yards. Man, he is just a workhorse tonight. Better get him some pickle juice at halftime, make sure he's not cramping up. Heights calling a timeout here with 3 seconds to go. Means they're probably going to take a shot for the end zone. I don't know why they would call a timeout if they weren't. I take that back, guys. It looks like Caden Clausen's coming out on the field to try a 55-yard field goal. That's pretty impressive at any level of football, let alone high school. Clausen does have the leg. I actually coached freshman football last year, and Clausen was our freshman quarterback, who pretty salty quarterback, and heck of a kicker here. Here we go, 3 seconds to go, and we're going to try a field goal here. Kicks up. It's got the distance, but he missed it. It had the distance. He just looked like he was a little wide left, and that's going to be the end of the first half here. Dodge City Demons are up 7-6 on Heights. So stay with us, and we'll be back for the second half to check out this close, tight game. Thank you.
Teams and
shot by Kobe.
Oh, looks like we have
That's in
a
there.
goal.
Let's go.
Number 8, who is Jeremiah, and it looked like it was a rebound off of a South player.
Kobe backs it up.
Played up to Kobe. Given to Monty.
Good moves.
Ooh, and a
let's
goal
go.
by Monty. Back. Ooh, played in the middle. Played out wide.
We need to get the lessons from his principal, arranged by kickoff and with protection by Jim Reed. Jim Reed, get your hands ready.
What's up, Heights Falcons? Mike's hot, the reporters are ready. This is Studio H.
Today we have a few interviews with Coach Dingla, the football coach, and Coach Fiegel, the soccer coach, for the upcoming season.
And we also have an interview with Mr. Walker for the production of
Broadway and Blue Jeans.
Wow.
It was pretty epic. I thought it was cool. Did you think that was cool?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, even though I didn't really watch the practices that much.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Earlier this week, we had the Navy come up for their band performances and hung out for a little bit with JROTC. Did a couple PT stuff, worked out outside on the field. We have a couple videos of that.
And tune in to the end of the video to get some upcoming announcements on home events. Huzzah! We did it, guys.
Awesome.
So Broadway and Blue Jeans I began about 6 years ago, and it involves all 6 choirs in the program. We start our school year off with it, and there's over 200 students in choir, so it kind of just pulls us all together quickly. We have 11 special acts in the show, and it features four musicals: Cabaret, Legally Blonde, South Pacific, and Into the Woods. Getting the students to focus immediately, because they have no choice except just to jump right into class on the very first day I give them music. This year's show features a couple of musicals that the students have never heard of before, such as Cabaret. Very few knew about South Pacific, but I like to do some older musicals so that they have the experience of that, and then do two newer ones like Legally Blonde and Into the Woods. A lot of students know some of the music from there.
What's up, Donnie?
Excited to watch your team grow, watch your team develop on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, and in the kicking game. You see just the constant improvement week to week. The team has improved in a lot of areas, but primarily trying to do the little things better, trying to compete on and off the field, trying to work every single day and try to win every single rep and everything and every single deal that we do. Well, our 3 captains are Joshua Sanders, Elias Smith, and Dylan Depperson, and they've all done a really good job from the start of the summer or even last spring, just leading our guys in the right direction, not only on the field but being an example off the field, just doing things right and working hard and trying to push each other, and then just being able to hold each other accountable. One of the things that we've done is put ownership on them and allowing them to take the discipline kind of in their hands and making sure that everyone on the team is doing what they should be doing.
Hello, Hugs. It's September 9th, and I'm here with my friend AJ. My name is Caleb, and today we're here to talk about the Navy band performance today in the auditorium. So we had quite a turnout. We had a few students there that were watching. What was your take on the performance, AJ?
It was pretty cool. there was a few teachers that I knew there. It was nice to know that other places will come here to perform for us. We stayed long enough to get a few videos, and here's our video.
Would you all please welcome musician third class Andrew Leister, and to conduct musician first class David Drescher. Of musician second class Matthew Durr on the trombone, and I honestly have no idea what they're going to play for you, so it's going to be a surprise for all of us.
We've had a really good start to the season so far, but we've been really excited for the past 3 years, knowing that this season we were probably going to have a really good season with our 5 seniors, our juniors. We were young the past 2 years, so it's just kind of culminating event that we finally had some experience, some talent. They've been in my program for 2 years. They know the right way to do things, so we're excited for this year. Well, we just played against probably 3 of the best teams in the state of Kansas with Manhattan. They were the finalists for 6A last year. Dodge City is always
Welcome back to the second half. Dodge City 7, Heights 6. 12 minutes left to go here. 8:08 live right here as we get the second half started. I was thinking Josh Sanders had a lot of yards, adding them up, man. He had 15 carries for 60 yards. You know, nothing more than about 8 yards a carry. He lost a few here and there. Had one passing touchdown for the Falcons, 42-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Depperschmidt to Rolando Reed. Foster, oh, here we go. We're getting ready to start. We'll come back with a little bit of Dodge City stats here in just a minute. Caden Clausen on the kickoff. And looks like he's going to start back over. Should be able to put this one in the end zone, kicking with the wind. And he is going to definitely put that in the end zone, almost through the uprights. Caden Clausen had a pretty good shot right there with at the end of the half. 55-yard field goal attempt was just a little off. I think it had the distance.
It was wide left. Wide left.
Wide left, didn't get it through right there.
He had the distance and he had the wind to his back.
So here we go with the Dodge City Red Demons. Foster's having a pretty good day. Him and Alden Nedler and Bo Foster. Alden's a 6'3", 205-pound junior running back, number 9. Looks like he's going to get the nope, not going to get the first carry. Foster fakes them all out, goes around right in, and he's going to go, picks up about 30 yards on the carry right there. Yep, all the way out to the 50. They started on the 20, and Foster's going to have a heck of a start right there as he has 30 yards to pick up on his first carry of the second half. Going to keep him right on the field after a long play. Dodge City's going to hit him quick. Give him back to Nedler, and Dodge City's another big play. Basically another 25, 24 yards.
And they're right back on the ball, ready to go again, Coach. That'll kill a defense. It really can. Especially big play after big play. Came right back with the same play, it looks like, Coach.
Looks like we got a flag in there. Kalen Lowry's kind of holding his breath right there, right by the referee in the left part of your screen. So thank goodness there for the holding call right there. Kind of stops a little drive.
It does. It's kind of like a timeout in basketball. You know, lets people catch their breath again.
Well, they had a 30-yard run by Foster out to the 50. Then they pick up about 23 yards on the next play there by Alden. And then they holding call backed up to about now 1st and 20 at about the 32, 33-yard line. See if Heights can get a stop here. And they're going to do a quick screen, almost a pick off right there by the outside linebacker, and he just misses it. That was Garrett Dempsey almost with the pick, but that was just a little quick pass right there again to the only person they've ever thrown to was number 20, Matt Freese. He picks up another about 15 yards. And here they go again. Alden picking up about 4 on that carry. Brings up about 3rd and 1. And there's a quarterback counter right there, almost.
Oh. Kalen Lowry in the backfield again, causing the disruption, letting the rest of the D-line get there and make a play.
And I think we're going to lose. It was 3rd and 1, and now it's going to be about 4th and 6. So that was about a 5-yard negative play. And looks like Dodge City's bringing on the lefty, big number 55, Jose Valverde, 5'9", 215-pounder, left footer from about 32 yards, it looks like, maybe 28 yards. Left foot is up and good.
That's good.
For 3 points for the Red Demons as they take a 10-6 lead. We'll take a quick break right here. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to show a little bit of soccer highlights right here just for a moment.
Players and the difference that we practice in, because we do not practice together. We practice on our different teams. And
shot by Kobe.
Oh, looks like we have
That's
a
in there.
goal.
That's good.
Number 8, who is Jeremiah, and it looked like it was a rebound off of a South player. Played up by Kobe. Give it to Monty.
Well,
and a goal by
7
Monty.
to 10-6. 4-point deficit for the Falcons here early in the 3rd quarter. And the kickoff short. Looks like Hanks is going to try to pick it up, and he does get it. A little couple moves, maybe about a 5-yard gain, and they're going to blow it down as the whole Dodge City kicking team is right there to make the tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons on about the, where are they at? About the 20, oh no, about the 31-yard line, 36-yard line. 1st and 10. Looks like Heights is going to be coming back out in their flex formation, 2 wides, 2 slots. Sometimes they'll throw a tight end in there. They're going to go play action pass right away, hit the R and a little bubble screen out there. That was an incomplete pass. Good little start right there for the Falcons to try to loosen them up. Pass was intended for number 24. That's Adrian Patterson. See what they come back here at 2nd and 10. Looks like Dodge is staying in that defense, Coach
Sure
Bogue.
does. It looks like the exact same thing, and I don't know why you wouldn't. Well,
there's a good little hitter right up the middle. It looks like probably a midline reading the 3-tech to this side of the field, and Josh is going to pick up about, looks like he picked up about 12 yards there. So that adds to his, he had about 60 yards in the first half. So he's going to have about now 72. Should probably break the 100-yard mark, just like he has in almost every game this season. Try to pull up some stats on him. What's Josh's overall rushing?
He has 244 yards on 35 carries for the season.
There's
so he's, change that.
Jalen Hanks. No, actually, that was Jalen Hanks with the toss to the right side, and he's going to lose 4 or 5 yards. It looks like they're going to probably -5. So he only had 14 yards in the first half. So he's down under 10. But Josh is where's Josh at?
He's right here. He's got 244 yards and 35 carries, which is about 7 yards a carry, which is kind of what he was sticking with tonight.
I mean, that's exactly where he has. He's been 8 to 7 yards per carry. But he has quite a few of the touchdowns. If I look on the points there's another play there for Josh. And looks like they're just maybe going to give him 1 yard there. So Josh Sanders has, where's the scoring? There he goes. He had 3 touchdowns in the first game and then 1 touchdown in the last game. So he's got a total of 4 touchdowns. And right now doesn't have any touchdowns this game. Only touchdown for the game for the Falcons is the pass reception from Depperschmidt to Rolando Reed. Now they're in a tight slot one side, play action pass, a little out route. Nice little play right there, just couldn't complete it. Depperschmidt had a pretty good little touch on that. Had to get it outside over the outside linebacker, Delgado, trying to get it to Jaden Hamilton, just couldn't complete it. Jaden couldn't come down with it, had some pressure. I just feel like maybe Depperschmidt needs to take a little bit more time on his play action. He's really rushing that. And Depperschmidt's going to stay in and long snap. You don't see that from a starting quarterback very much. I just don't think they have a lot of other people that can do it. And so he's going to long snap it. There's Clausen with the kick. A good kick. It's going to go probably into the end zone. Just couldn't angle it enough. Probably thought he could maybe try to get that to the corner. Just wasn't enough. And looks like the Red Demons are going to start out the 20-yard line. And we'll see if Heights can make a stop here. 7:39 left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Hey, it's Danton, and I'll be showing you guys what the video production crew does during football games.
Here we go for the Red Demons. It looks like Alden's not in.
Coach, that's number 21.
That's the first time we've seen him. That's Cedric Rosales on the rushing attack. It's always been Foster and Alden all night long, and now we got Cedric Rosales. We'll see if he picks up about 7 yards right there. Play action to the one side, incomplete pass. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Looked like they were trying to set up the screen to John Johnson. John Johnson was maybe looking, got a little alligator arms right there. And
he sure did, as the Falcons really sniffed that screen out.
One thing I always remember, man, we try to run screens and you guys on scout team just couldn't do it. You guys were always right there to stop it on the screen. Foster lifting up his foot, trying to get the play, tried to draw the Falcons off, now looking to the sideline. 14 seconds on the play clock. Offensive lineman communicating up front, 3 to the one side. Here's a quarterback draw by Foster right up the middle.
Oh, good tackle by number 21, Javon Martin. Couldn't tell if that was 21 or 11.
And so that's going to bring up 4th and 2 from the 28-yard line for the Demons, and they're just probably not going to go for it here. It looks like they're going to send in their punt team. So Foster picks up about 4. Going against the wind, back deep for the Falcons. Can't tell who that is.
Looks like
not going to call anything right there. That was Josh Sanders, pretty
Sanders
smart.
back there.
It was such a short kick, he's just going to let that go. Kalen Lowry's coming off a little bit slow. Now maybe he was just posing for a picture down there.
He might have been, as Mr. Under's down there taking pictures of the game.
I need to add up some of these stats for Foster. He's got 20, 32, probably about 50 yards passing on about about 4 completions, about 7 attempts. I just had another incompletion there on that last one. But rushing-wise, man, he's got, there's 54, 60, 70,
I'm just excited
about
to
85
watch
yards
our
or
team
so
grow,
rushing
watch our team,
for
develop
him.
on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, and in the kicking game, and just see just the constant.
All right, sorry about that. We were playing a little commercial while I was talking. Didn't realize until I looked down at my screen. So 1st and 10 here for the Falcons at about the 39-yard line. We got Kate is on the widescreen.
Hey,
Case is
Denton,
on
I'll
the
be showing
tight
you
screen.
guys what the video
We
production crew
got Lucas on the scoreboard, and Caleb is back here switching the cameras and playing all the different videos. And there's Jalen Hanks trying to get a couple yards, and that's exactly what he got, about 2 out of it after motioning right there. So Jalen Hanks picks up about 2 more yards. He had 14 and a half, minus 5, so now he's back up to 11.
And Dodge City's sticking with that defense, Coach, but they, you know, at the snap of the football, they're moving and they don't stop moving. They're gang tackling. They're just really playing a good game defensively.
Yeah, they've given up a few plays here and there. They give up the big touchdown pass, but there's Depperschmidt with the keep on the midline. Oh, they blew that whistle early. They thought that Josh had it. They better spot it with this guy down here, because this guy down here, the referee down here, has it on the quarterback, and the other guy up top has it on the running back. Did you see that?
Yes.
That always drove me crazy, because those referees don't see the ball all the time, don't know exactly who has it. And that's the thing about the flex bone. You never know who's going to get the ball. Quarterback, fullback, RL. Those slot backs is what a lot of people call them, the A or B back on some flex formations. A little bit of outside veer, gives it to Josh. He gets stuck. Only going to pick up maybe a yard or so. Going to bring up about 3rd and 2. Tough decision for Jared at. He's going for it right now. Might have taken a quick peek down there. Coach Dingle. Dingle in his 2nd year, coming from Garden City, was at Garden City for many years as the defensive coordinator, and takes his first head coaching job here last year. And let's see what happens here on 4th and 2. Probably a pretty good dose of Josh Sanders, in my opinion.
Absolutely, Coach.
A little bit of outside veer. They're going to try to keep it for Depperschmidt, and he is going to drag a couple guys. He's going to pick up the first down.
He sure is, Coach.
Outside veer, it looked like. They were really trying to down everybody and then read the outside overhang, and that's what it looked like from here, and they pick up about 3 yards for Depperschmidt.
That's a little wrinkle we haven't seen yet tonight, Coach.
Well, not that far out. I think the other times probably was just a veer, just outside of the tackle. That one was way out there outside the slot back, so they could be running a little bit of outside veer tonight. Against Dodge City, against this look, it's good, because if you can block the Mike linebacker with that tackle and you can outside release with that L to the overhang, that's a good outside play. And then you run toss right there and lose 3, and nobody blocks the defensive end. The L should be, the left slot should be going right towards that guy. And I think that was Hanks. Hanks is going to lose about another 3 yards. Going to bring up about second and 12 for the Falcons. Those offensive linemen are getting pretty tight. A lot of tight spots in there. Josh going to break it up the middle, try to break a few tackles, but Dodge City's very strong, makes sure tackles. Josh is going to pick up about 7. And looks like someone might be down for the Red Demons, or is he just tying a shoe?
Looks like number 50 is just tying his shoe there.
Orlando Reed coming in and telling the play for Depperschmidt. Let's see if maybe they get a play action pass here on 3rd and 5. A lot of times 3rd and 5 is definitely a run play. There's that veer. There's the pitch. Finally, good job right there on the triple option. Is he going to stay in? Yes, going to stay in bounds, picking up about 12 yards right there. That was a good job right there by Dylan Depperschmidt of reading the dive key, pulling it from the fullback, and then pitching it out there to Adrian Patterson coming around the end. Adrian Patterson going to pick up about 12 more yards. He had 18 at the half, so he's got about 30 yards on the night right now. I think the first time we've seen him pitch.
That is the first time we've seen him pitch.
Usually it's.
And I wasn't sure if he was going to there for a second.
I know. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but that's the thing. You just never know when who's going to get the ball. And now we got a play action pass, trying to get it to the outside. Good little shot right there and catch for about 12 yards. And Dodge City.
Looks like they've got a guy down. 2:37 to go in the third, Coach, and a warm night.
2:37. We'll see if we can't get maybe a closer shot of the guy that's down up there at the top of the screen. See if we can maybe pick up a number. He's flat on his back. He's moving his fingers.
They do got that head.
Keeping his legs straight.
Yeah, that's
never a good sign there. We'll see if we can get a number on that. They're checking some stuff here. So we'll go with a quick commercial here, and we'll come back here in just a moment.
Hey, it's Danson, and I'll be showing you guys what the video production crew does during football games. I'll be showing you stuff like how we get live, what commentators do, what sideline reporters do, and more stuff like that. Let's go check it out.
Each student gets assigned an individual job on the video production crew. In class, the students learn what to do for each job and how to use the equipment. Students treat the production like a real job, and it is expected of them to show up on time. Different jobs include running the TriCaster, scoreboard, tight camera, commentators, and wide camera switcher. Each student will explain to you what they're doing and how each job is important.
Yeah, I'm just trying to change the score right now and make sure like every down is right. I do this so it can be on the TVs and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
I'm just trying to get the close-up look on everything, trying to make sure everybody sees them.
And here we're back. Looks like he walked off. That probably does look like it was on the neck or something like that. But he got up. He was okay. Probably just got a little stinger right there. And Heights is going to have 1st and 10 on about the 20-yard line. About 2:36 left. Here's Jalen Hanks picking up about 10 on that carry. 11 yards for Hanks. That's his biggest carry of the night. Gets another 1st down. Heights is going to be inside the 10-yard line. Or are they right at the 10? So they're going to be right at the 10. And they've got to try to have to get a touchdown. There's no more 1st downs now that the ball's placed on the 10-yard line. And they've got a new fullback in there. Looks like Royal Johnson, number 45, is in there at fullback instead of Josh Sanders. I hope he's okay. They're going a steady dose of ISO right there. There's Jalen Hanks powering into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Jalen Hanks with his 1st touchdown of the season. A 10-yard play right there as they run the ISO off of the tackle, leading up the R inserts, the fullback inserts, just plain old straight ISO, blocking 1-2 on the play side. And hey, pretty good wrinkle right there for maybe that's why they put in Royal Johnson at fullback.
Maybe so. You know, it takes some of the heat off of Josh Sanders there and lull Dodge City to sleep.
Caden Clausen on the kick, missed his 1st extra point of the game. That's why we only had 6 points, and he makes the 2nd one. It's a good one. So Heights up by 3, 13-10. 2:02 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll just come back with the rest of that commercial. That was an old video. This is an old video that's playing that we shot a couple years ago. Watch this.
Hey, it's Danton, and I'll be showing you guys what the video production crew does during football games. I'll be showing you stuff like how we get live, what commentators do.
I do this so it can be on the TVs and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
I'm just trying to get the close-up look on everything, trying to make sure everybody sees the ball and everything. We'll be good.
I'm a TriCaster, and pretty much what I do is I switch the camera angles so we can get a good view on each play and make sure everything works right.
I'm just here, just commentating with my man Antonio McCoy. We're actually, this is a great place to watch the game, a great place to keep up with everything.
All right, here we're back. 2:02 left to go here in the third, 2:04 left to go in the third quarter. Heights kick, and Caden Clausen probably put it back into the end zone. And it will be through the end zone for a touchback. Caden Clausen, just a sophomore, kicked last year as a freshman, played freshman football, but also he couldn't play in the JV games because he could only play 2 games a week. So last year, as a freshman, played all the freshman games and then kicked on varsity nights. And now this year, he's playing in JV games. I think he's also a receiver, and he's also a kicker. His dad, Warren Clausen, was also a K-State kicker in Bill Snyder's first year. So he's got a little bit of kicking background for him, and he's a pretty good kicker as just a sophomore.
Absolutely, especially with that 55-yarder he attempted there before the half, like we talked about.
Dodge City back 3-by-1, 3 receivers down to this side here. Looks like Alden's back in there, and they're going to play fake. It almost looks like a run-pass option. Decided to keep it. A little bit of RPO. You want to talk about that a little bit? That's kind of what it looked like to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I would go with that. I was watching the linebacker with their play there, which is a lot better by Garrett Dempsey. I think if Garrett can get himself inside more, he's going to be a force to reckon with. He's a pretty good tackler.
Dodge City 3 to the top. They've got Alden split out a little bit farther outside now. Maybe they're looking for outside. He scoots in here a little bit. They've only got 3 inside. They're going to give it to him. Kalen Lowry.
And there it is, Kalen Lowry. Shutting it down.
Like, he just shot through there like nobody blocked him. It looked like about a loss of 6 or 7, but I guess where they made contact, they're only going to give him a loss of about 2 for Alden.
Philip Pickens and Marion Wilkins were back there to help out with that tackle for Kalen Lowry, and that's 3 out of 4 on the D-line. So
Philip Pickens, Wilkins, and then also number 44, Jaden Caldwell, all sophomores, by the way.
Wow.
And Kalen Lowry's a senior. So there's 3 sophomore on the defensive line. There's
another
a screen. And the sophomore defensive lineman just ran right by that one, and they're off to the races. R.J. Richard going to try to track him down. And that was R.J. Richard.
Saving the touchdown there. And that's a great example, Coach Kelly, of what happens when you get that D-line upfield and all those O-linemen downfield blocking for that guy. And that's why that's how a screen's supposed to work.
65-yard gain right there on the pass. And the crazy part about it, it's only about a 5-yard pass. He didn't throw the ball very down far field, but and it might be a pass interference or on offense or pass interference on defense. They're going to say pass
be on the offense there, Coach.
He was trying to fight back. That was Delias Smith. He's saying pass interference. He hasn't signaled which way we're going with that. They got finally a pass interference on the offense. So the pass was intended for John Johnson, and it was a short pass. So John Johnson stepped on the brakes, saw that the ball was short, and kind of grabbed Elias and threw him out of the way. So pass interference on the defense. Yeah, going back to that was a 65-yard gain right there on that pass for Foster.
All this time that Dodge City's given Heights, we're getting another substitution like we talked about in the first half for the D-line, which is good, with number 93, Amari Ammons in there now at end. So we're keeping fresh legs there on the end.
There's another little quick screen on the underneath, and we just don't have anybody to go out there. The problem is that those linebackers are so focused on that run, they jump in on the quick play action pass, and they throw it outside, and they get about 8-10 yards on that catch.
And they've also got our D-line for some reason all of a sudden chasing the quarterback. Dodge City has. I know they're not coached to do that. Knowing Coach Moss, a D-line coach, and being a former D-line coach myself, like we tell these guys, that there's a reason if it's easy. So
if
guys
it's easy, it's not good. You got to go turn and run. So
find something.
13-10 here left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a quick little break and show you another couple videos. We're going to finish with, what are we going to finish with? The rest of that interview, the story about the behind the scenes. We'll go with that.
Everything, we can see the whole field. It's actually pretty good up here.
I'm here with RJ. RJ, can you tell us a little bit what you're doing for the game, man?
What I'm doing for the game is I am a sideline reporter. I analyze everything and just send it back up to the guys upstairs.
On top of the press box, we have students run the wide view camera so we can get better shots and wider shots of the football field.
Pulling back. He is getting through there, and he is off the 40, the 30, the 20, and he jukes somebody, and he is in for the by Kavant Baker. He is in for the touchdown. An amazing run. Kavant back to pass it. He found Ontario Russell, number 4, as he will go the distance. They cannot match his speed.
That will be a touchdown by the High Falcons.
They cannot match his speed.
Ontario Russell.
Them are young legs. Definition of young legs. He is a sophomore, Ontario Russell. He has been.
There's our YouTube channel right there. So I'm sure if you're watching it, that you know of it. Here we go, 2nd and 8 for the Red Demons on about the 14-yard line. Little hitch and go to the outside. Deliah Smith trying to get it, and they're going to call pass interference on Deliah Smith. Didn't turn back and look at the ball.
No, never turned around. There was a lot of hand fighting going on there, and that's always going to go to the offense, it seems like.
Yep. I mean, it was a little quick little hitch and go. Little pump fake out there to Foster, and then the pass over the top, and Delias just didn't get his head around. I mean, there's such a mismatch. That was John Johnson on trying to catch that, and that's 6'3", and then you got Delias Smith 5'7". So, not a good outlook for the Falcons. Here we go. So I thought that was not going to be a first down, but they're calling that 2nd and 1 for whatever reason. Is it half the distance to the goal?
Yes.
There was a jet sweep right there. Jet sweep to number 13, Dejon Delgado. And they're going to lose a few yards. They were just trying to be too cute on that play right there. Try to give it to Delgado coming around the end on the jet sweep motion. And I couldn't tell who made that play. But we get a loss for 4. Coming back a little quick to the end zone. Going to be picked off by the Falcons. That's Javon Martin, number 21, picking it off. Delgado or Foster makes a quick little play action fake and rolls to his right. Tries to find, I believe that's John Johnson in the end zone. And Javon Martin gets the interception and the touchdown. Let's see if Heights can go back the other way.
And that's really best case scenario from a defensive aspect, Coach Kelly, because you didn't give up any points.
No points.
And you didn't turn the ball over on down, so you're not at the 5. You're coming back out to the 20. You gotta. It's just like a kickoff with a touchback. So. Good break for the Falcons.
Good break for the Falcons. We got 11:16 left to go on the clock. Lucas Hall doing a great job on the clock, keeping that up to date. That's exactly right, exactly what's on the main clock. Here we go, a little bit of ISO again. They're going to get
looks like Hank's running the ball.
Hank's running the ball. That was number 53, Tommy Bermudez on the tackle, 6'1", 210, senior. He shoots through there from his linebacker spot and brings up a loss of about 2 for Hanks. Going to bring up about 2nd and 12 from the right hash. Looks like they're going tight end left, receiver left, double slot. They're going to go back to the open side with Royal Johnson. And Josh, is Josh hurt? Because Royal has been in there for quite some time. I don't see.
Josh I see him standing on the sidelines there. There he goes. He's about
to get back in. He's going in with the play right here. They tried that ISO play earlier with Royal Johnson and a fullback, pretty good lead blocker, but you got to give Josh a little break every once in a while.
Absolutely. He's playing tough on defense and some hard-earned yards on offense. He's going to be sore in the morning.
3rd and 12. See what the Falcons dial up here. They're going to call a little bit of a hard tackle right there by number 20, Cedric Rosales. And they tried a little bit of veer, tried to get the pitch to Hanks. And they're going to have to punt the ball away, punting into the wind now. Well, I got about 9:50 left to go here in the, is that right? 9:57 left to go. Caden Clausen back deep, punting it again for the Falcons. And for the Red Demons, returning the kick, I believe that's number 3, John Johnson. And looks like Coach Eckert is not happy down there. He's the special teams coordinator. And I think someone ran onto the field late right there, so they're going to call a timeout. With 9:57 left to go here in the fourth quarter, with 9:57 left to go here in the fourth quarter, man, Heights is going to have to play some tough defense. They're not going to get great field position with this punt. They're going to be punting into the wind. You know, maybe Dodge will get the ball about the 50-yard line. We're going to have to make a stop, Coach Pogue.
We're going to have to make some big plays here. We're going to have to some 3-and-outs or get a turnover here. We can't let them.
Going to have to make a stop. Yeah, we're going to have to
afford
do
to
that.
let them drive all the way down and score on us and take the lead.
We're up by 3. We could let them get the field goal if we needed to tie it up. But, man, it sure would be good to make a stop, kick them back to about the 50 here, get a good stop here by the punt team, make a stop, and then get the ball back. And, I mean, we've got the offense that we could run it out and use all the clock that we could. Let's see what happens on this punt. Dylan Depperschmidt to snap, Caden Clausen back. A little bit of a high kick. Caden just gets rid of it. Doesn't fair catch it. It's going to roll a little bit for the Falcons, just on the other side of the 52, about the 46-yard line. And the Falcons are going to go to the 46, or Dodge City's going to start about the 46-yard line here. About 9:45 left to go.
You really wish you had a lot better field position right now if you're the Falcons, but
Dodge City has the win, but, you know, they really haven't been throwing it down the field. Their big plays have been coming from the screen, the short game, and just running the plays. 3 receivers down here to the sideline to our side. 1 up to the top, shotgun. Foster's going to keep it, fakes it to Alden. Delias Smith, I believe that was Delias Smith coming up trying to make a tackle, and Foster goes right off him. And Foster's going to pick up about 4 yards, brings up about 2nd and 6. Got their digital sign, red number 14, green number 1 up there. All the Dodge City are going to look at their wristbands and get right back up there and run the play. Looking back to the sideline, false start on the Demons. Number 60 for the Red Demons was Hermosilla. 5'10", 210-pound O-lineman.
Fire plug.
Yeah, he just likes to fight in there. That's what you want on those O-linemen, just to run downfield, especially when you don't really have to block a lot of D-linemen. You know, if they're running a lot of screens, they just go to the second level.
Right, they're getting in somebody's way.
Good shot right there of our cheerleaders, but let's not miss the play. There we go, right back to the play. Good job of editing there, guys. Good job. Foster's going to, Alden's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
I believe that's going to bring up 3rd down, Coach. And this is really a situation as a defense where you've got to make a statement. You've got, what is it, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 here. Late in the ball game, up 3. You really want to get a stop here.
Dodge City 3-by-1, 3 receivers down here, shotgun, trying to draw them off sides. Going to look back there, 15, 13, 12, 10 on the play clock, see if they can get it off in time. Little rollout to the right, just trying to pick up the 1st down, and they're going to give them a catch. Great catch right there for John Johnson. I mean, he laid out. Foster was rolling out to his right, number 3 right there. We got a good look at him. John Johnson get his first catch of the night. Most of the time it's been number 20, Matt Freeze, but he makes a great catch there on a 3rd and 8. Back to Alden. That gets stuffed. But Dodge City is soaking up the clock. They don't have a long ways to go. They've got a pretty decent kicker to kick it if they needed to, so they're in a pretty good spot. Heights is just going to have to get the stop here with 8.5 minutes to go. Dodge City going quick again, 3-by-1. Looking back to the sideline for the last-minute signal. Alden coming to the left. Now there's 4 receivers to the left. Alden going the other way. Quick little screen to Freeze.
Screen,
and we can't get it. And we do make the tackle.
Falcons defense on their heels again here.
That was a great pickup right there. I mean, I don't know if a great pickup, but we just had a couple missed tackles right there. Couldn't get it going. Yeah. Now Dodge City's just going to take their time. They put about 3-4 guys in the backfield, and they just give Alden right back up the middle for a gain of about 8. He's going to be down to about the 4 or 5 yard line. Going to bring up about 2nd and 3 or so. They're going quick. Alden again. I think we get the stop. Not going to be a touchdown, but I think it might be a first down.
Have the 1st down, Coach. Which.
So inside the 2. And they are not letting Heights substitute. We got 4 guys. See those 2, that's a kind of a weird formation. They've got 2 offensive linemen in the backfield, and they're just going straight ahead, almost like power wedge.
Yeah.
I mean, they got everybody right there in the middle, and we don't have any answer for that formation. I don't know if we haven't seen that or not, but
just kind of came out and hit us in the mouth. And
had that great play right there of the screen to Freeze. Freeze
made
looking back.
a couple people miss, and he was off to the races. Good job by Josh Sanders again.
Matt Freeze has about 75 yards receiving. The ball was rolled back there, but it's a good pickup there by Foster, which is holding the extra point. And big number 55, Jose Valverde, puts it through. Dodge City 17, Heights 13. We'll play a little quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
I'm just excited to watch our team grow, watch our team develop on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball, and in the kicking game.
Players and the difference that we practice in, because we do not practice together. We practice on our different teams. And
shot by Kobe.
Oh, looks like we have
That's
a
in there.
goal.
Let's go.
Number 8, who is Jeremiah, and it looked like it was a rebound off of a South player. Kobe backs it up. Played up to Kobe. Given to Monty. Good moves. Ooh, and a goal by Monty. That.
All right, and we're back. Getting ready to kick off is Valverde. Deep back for the Falcons. I believe that might be John Randall back there. The first time we've seen him. Let's see if they'll See if they'll kick to him. I doubt they do. I'm sure they saw last week's kickoff return against Bishop Carroll. And they've been kind of pooching it anyway over there to that side. So they're going to try to go right maybe behind Hanks. See what they do. Going deep right down the middle. There's just too much wind behind him, and he's just going to kick it out of bounds. So Heights will start the ball here with about 7:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 from the 20. Heights is going to have a drive here, Coach Pogue.
They sure are, and they're going to have to score a touchdown if they don't want it to be a two-possession game. That missed extra points coming into play now.
That's right. If we would have had that extra point, it'd have been 17-14 down 3, but missing that extra point, like you said, down 4. Now we have to score the touchdown. So let's see what happens here with the Falcons. Looks like they got Rolando Reed down here, tight end up top. No, they're going to say tight end down here, so we're overloaded down here to the right side. Little disco motion, giving it to Josh right up the middle. Josh is going to get a little about 6 yards for Sanders. Josh is getting up a little slow right there. He's had 15 at the half, and then he's probably got about 20 carries in this game, if not more. Sometimes I forget to mark some of those down, but he picks up another one there of about 5 yards. Brings up about 2nd and 5. Receiver up top, tight end up top as well. Going to give a little ISO motion to Hamilton. Adrian Patterson, correction. He's only going to pick up a couple. Trying to go with that tight end up top and overpower everybody with that ISO play. Brings up a crucial 3rd and 2. Coach, if we don't get it, do we go for it here on 4th down? 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a tough call. We're going to have to see what happens here.
That's not a call I want to make.
That's why we're up here in the booth, and we're
Exactly.
not down there coaching anymore. And we're going to go give it to Josh. Josh is going to pick up the first down, squirt for a little more. Keeps
Still on his
fighting.
feet.
He picks up about 12. That's the thing about he's so small. Josh Sanders, 5'7". I don't even know if he's 5'7".
I don't know, Coach. That's pushing it.
Yeah, he might be 5'6", 5'5". He's a bitty guy. Now he's strong, powerful kid. But he's the nicest young man. Josh Sanders is. Great human being. Love having him in class. I see him in class. I don't think I've ever had him in class, but I hear from all the other teachers he's a very good student and excellent in there. They're going to do a little play action pass, a wheel, and they almost pick it off. The pass was trying to get to Adrian Patterson on the wheel, and Matt Freeze, the free safety, almost jumps it and goes the other way. It's just almost like Depperschmidt just threw it up there a little bit too much, put a little bit too much air on that
time
thing.
With that wind there, and it caught it. And
Good call. I love the call there on 1st down and 10 after picking up a first down. Now they got 2nd and 10. They got to get 10 yards here in the next 2 plays or they're going to punt. There's the pitch. Pull pitch right there. Hanks on the outside. Tries to cut it back. Out at about the 49-yard line. Pickup of about, are they going to give him the first down? They're going to give him the first down. It's a pretty generous spot. I thought he was out to about the 50 and slung out, but they're going to give him to the other side, about the 49. So that was a good little pull pitch right there for Dylan Depperschmidt. Read the dive key, jumped Josh, and then the pitch key came to the quarterback. So that's what you do is you pitch it out there to the outside. Nobody on the pitch key. There's your triple option right there. Tight end down here, split to the top, open on the top side. Josh running. There's the midline right there. Read the 3-tag. Dylan Depperschmidt. Good for a 12 yards right there. That was an excellent job right there. Dylan Depperschmidt reading the midline, reading the 3-tech.
Number 7, Dylan Depperschmidt, reminds me that player reminds me of another 7 that plays here that I just realize is coaching for us now.
Matt Reed.
Yeah.
Matt Reed is now coaching here, one of the former quarterbacks of the Heights Falcons. Matt Reed, an assistant coach, he's in the booth just next to us here on the headset with Coach Jared at. Matt Reed was part of the 3 times state championship appearances, won a state championship in 2010 his junior year. There's Dylan Depperschmidt on the give to Josh. Josh is going to pick up about 6 or 7, going to bring up about 3rd and 1. Clock is still ticking, down by 4. 4:25 left to go here. That was first down, so here's 2nd and 1. Jared Ash just calling some good plays, mixing it up pretty good here now on the midline, the veer, the pull pitch. You know, I haven't seen a little bit is any of their slice or their backwards, I kind of say wrong way triple option at all. I haven't seen any of that tonight. We'll see if he maybe pulls that out here at some point in time. There's just the ISO. Almost he ran inside the block. It looks like the R inserted on the linebacker right there. If he just went to the outside, it might have been there. But that was Hanks on the carry. Hanks runs the ball hard, very hard. Sometimes it's not
picks up the first down.
He does pick up the first down. That's crucial. So we're going to have 1st and 10. Clock still a-rolling. Heights has the ball on about the 24, 25-yard line. 3:40 left to go here in the game. Giving it to Josh. Josh sneaks in there. That's just a down all the way, and Josh just sneaks in behind all those linemen. Just I think might have been a belly play. Josh is down, getting up a little slow. There he is right there. You can see how big he is compared to Evan Manuel. Evan Manuel, number 77, right next to him right there, 6'2". There goes Jaden Hamilton off the screen. Brings up a 2nd and 6. Going to go back to the ISO. Hanks picks up a couple. Going to bring up a big 3rd down conversion. And no matter what, we've got 2 downs to go.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to
obviously 4-down territory, and we have to score a touchdown. Well, I guess we don't have to, but
we need to.
Yes.
We don't want to kick a field goal and be down by 1. I'm sure that with this amount of time left to go, we're going to definitely go for it on 4th down if we don't pick this up. Going to go with the veer. There's the pitch right there. Can we get to the end zone? Hanks trying to cut it back. He's going to fumble it off the side. Looks like he's going to be out at the 4. Great job right there by Dylan Depperschmidt of reading the dive pitch key.
And they've come to that play, we've noticed in the second half, Coach, and Dylan Depperschmidt's really running it pretty well.
They're not getting anybody to the pitch.
No.
I don't know who's supposed to get to the pitch. Is it supposed to be the corner? Or we don't even have a receiver out there. We've got a tight end out there. Now they're going a little bit of double tight. Almost, is that 4 guys to the right side?
Yeah.
And he tries to give it to Josh on the inside. Not going to go anywhere. Kalen Lowry's in there as an extra lineman. Timeout, Dodge City.
Timeout.
Smart move by Dodge City, because what's going to happen here is if we score, I mean, Jared and the offense, Coach Jared, offensive coordinator, is in no rush to score here with 2:05. They want to take as much time as off the clock, try to score at the last possible second. So Dodge City's doing it right by calling timeout.
Absolutely. Get the clock stopped. So that way if we do score, they got time to get the ball back and get it down the end zone. And I think I look down on the sidelines, I see a little bit of bad news, Coach. I see Elijah Mosley, sorry, name slipped me there for a minute, with looks like maybe a sling on his shoulder. He came out in the first half with what we hoped was a stinger, but looks like it may be a little bit more. But
there's a good shot right there. Stay on that, Caleb. There he is right there. He's got a sling and got some ice on his shoulder, so there's a pretty good shot of Elijah Mosley.
Who's one heck of a competitor, and I know I see him every day in class, and so I know that's tough for him.
All right, here we go. We got second, and we're on about the 4. Second down and 4. Heights going in. 2:07 left. Yep, we're right on. 2:07. Almost, you could call a midline right here, and I think we call it good if Depperschmidt just pulls the thing. And they're just going to go quarterback power, and he just falls down. Doesn't get it. It's almost like it's kind of like quarterback power. So they're putting everybody to the hole, and Depperschmidt just kind of steps back and just follows everybody in there, almost like a quarterback follow play. Dodge City calling another timeout, 3rd and 4. I mean, good for the Falcons. The Falcons are going to have to talk about what they want to do here. They're definitely going to go for it on 4th down, so they still got 2 more downs. There's Coach Dingle right there talking to the referee. Coach Jaredat's probably in the huddle with the players. There's Coach Jaredat right there talking to the players, figuring out what he wants to do. There's Coach Eckert. And the other coach right there, he's a new guy. I believe that is Jaron Ogles. That's who the other coach is.
You can't forget old Todd Sockwhitney in there.
Todd Sockwhitney, he's got the one-set headset. He's on the defensive side, but he wants to know what's going on, too, to see if he has to get his defense out there.
He might be the ranking eldest coach on the staff now. Been around the longest, maybe? You and I?
Probably been around the longest on the Heights staff. Yeah, definitely. Eckert, I think, has him in age. But,
oh, absolutely.
But Sockwhitney has been on the staff. Coach Sockwhitney's been on the staff since they won the state championship in 2010, for sure.
Yes.
And before that, a couple years. So here we go. Set 3rd down and 4. Big play here for the Falcons. Still got a pretty decent crowd here. They're going to give it to Josh. He cuts it back, gets into the end zone
for a touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons.
Just a power play right there to Josh. That's exactly who I'd try to give it to, is give it to him. There's all the celebrations of the guys right there. And it's going to be big. This is a big extra point. Now, we got to get up here. We got to kick this field goal and go up by 3. If we were already up by 3, then we'd be up by 4.
Right.
So you're always chasing those extra points early in the game, always come back to haunt you. So this is going to be a crucial kick right here for Caden Clausen. And he gets it through, I believe. Kick is good. Heights takes the lead 20-17 with 1:55. We'll come back here after a quick commercial, show you some video. How about we got some volleyball? We'll show a little bit of volleyball highlights from earlier this week. All right, here we go. 1:55 left to go. Caden Clausen kicking into the wind. Kicking it deep across the field, taking it about the 10. 2 guys, Dodge City guys, kind of fumbled a little bit, not sure. Freeze with the run, gets to the outside. We use our speed to get to him. Tackle was number 23. Is that Javen Rainey?
That is Javen Rainey.
Javen Rainey, senior, been around, seemed like he's been around for a long time. He's a good kid, and he makes a good tackle right there. I don't think he's starting on defense or anything, but that's a good job right there by Javen Rainey. And Heights has 1:46 left to try to stop them. Here we go. 3 receivers down here. Foster at the quarterback. Going to give it to Alden. No, he's going to keep it. Quarterback, he's going to run out of bounds. That's one thing that they're going to try to do is get out of bounds and stop the clock as quickly as they can.
Still got 1 timeout left.
They got 1 timeout left?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they used 2 on when we were down there. So it's almost like we scored too fast. You hear that all the time, you know?
Which is scoring's a great thing, but doing it too fast is it's not always a great thing.
Put your defense in a bind a little bit, and then there's a quick screen right there to Freeze, and we get a tackle right there, pickup of about 10 yards.
So once they set the sticks here,
they don't even have to set the sticks. That's the thing about the new 40-second rule.
Absolutely.
Is once they get the ball set, they can go as long as the referee's in the spot. They'll go ahead and start the play without the sticks. Drop back, deep pass over the middle, and why would we not go for that? R.J. Richard looks like maybe he couldn't, but from here it sure looked like he maybe could have made a play on that thing. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Dodge City looking at their wristbands, getting the signal from the sideline. 2-by-2 receivers on both sides. Straight drop back. Oh, looks like straight quarterback draw. Keep him in bounds. Doesn't get to it. He does get out of bounds. Foster going to be out of bounds, but it's not going to be a first down. Is that going to bring up about 3rd and 2 or so? 3rd and 2 with about 1:11. Lucas is doing perfect on the clock, so the clock's going to stop. He got out of bounds. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Looks like they're going double tight with this. They brought in a couple of hefties.
So this is what they did on the goal line. See, here it is right here.
Here we go.
So they're just going to snap it to the quarterback and hand it off and go everybody right up the middle unless they got something up their sleeve and maybe try a little play action pass, and they do. There's Foster.
Keep it.
And he's going to pick up the first down. Clock's going to stop momentarily as they set the ball, and the clock will then start right back up. There's the clock rolling right there. Freeze has got to go from one side to the other, wasting a little bit of time right here. Good for the Falcons. Giving it to Alden up the middle.
Good job. There's Kalen Lowry again.
Kalen Lowry with a big stop. Coach Foster over there on the Dodge City sideline. I think he's going to use his last time out, and we got a flag.
On somebody.
I'm not sure if it was a flag on Heights or Dodge City. So our guys are thinking maybe it was a flag on Heights for pushing somebody. And that's a huge penalty.
That's going to be on number 96, Kalen Lowry.
We'll see here's a referee call right here.
Personal foul.
Going to be 15 yards from the spot. So now they're definitely in field goal range. Maybe field goal range, but it's just a huge momentum breaker. We had a big play right there, big stop. Now they get 15 yards added on to that play from just a mistake by one of the Heights players by shoving another one of the Dodge City players. Here we go. 3-by-1. The clock hasn't stopped yet. Looks like they might be trying to reset the game clock and add a little bit more time onto the game clock. It's 46.9 seconds on the clock right now, and they're going to put 48 seconds on the clock. Give a little bit more time back to Dodge City. The clock's going to roll there. Foster a little bit of rollout, backside screen and sniffed out big time right there by Jaden.
And they fumbled. There's a fumble on the play. It looks like Heights has it back.
Are they going to call it down or are they going to call a fumble? They're going to say he was down, not a fumble, and they're going to spike it right there. That brings up 3rd down. That was a great play right there by Jaden Hamilton on the screen. I know no instant replay in high school, so they've already used their last timeout. They don't have any.
Right. No, they have one left.
Do they have one left?
They have not used their timeout yet.
So they still have one left. So now that's going to bring up a third and about 8. We've got 28.3 seconds left to go on the clock. 2-by-2 for the Red Demons. Drop back for Foster, going deep over the top, way over the top. Nobody there, wastes a lot of time. Clock does stop with 21.4 seconds. Here it is, 4th and 8.
For all the marbles here, because, well, like, without the timeout.
Yeah, they on the scoreboard, it says 0 timeouts
Okay,
left.
I was wrong, so they do not have.
And they're going to try. They're going to try to tie it up right here with a field goal. This is going to be. He's kicking it from about the 39. So this is about a 49-yard field goal for Jose Valverde. And it looks like Coach Dingle's going to try to freeze him and call a timeout. Woo! We got a barn burner here.
This has been a 12-round fight. Nothing fancy, just.
Two good football teams. I mean,
punches.
Hey, Heights needs the victory here. 0-2 coming into this game. Dodge City 2-0, beat both of their teams pretty handily, and Heights just had a tough luck in the first one to May South, and then, Bishop Carroll last week. What can you say? They're a top 5 team every year in the state, and here it is. Comes down to 21 seconds. Who wants it more for the first win of the season? And it looks like Dodge City's going to try to kick the extra or field goal for tie it up. Man, that missed extra point, Coach Pogue.
Yeah, it all comes into play right now.
And you can still hear the crowd down there. If he misses this, the crowd will go wild. If he makes it, just the opposite. We might have a little overtime. We'll see what happens. Kick is down, and he nailed it.
Wow.
So that tied it up. So we've got, what do we got on the clock? We got 16, straight up 16 seconds. Dodge 20, Heights 20. And we might be heading into overtime unless Heights can get a return here. Most likely they'll probably kick it out of bounds. They got the wind behind them. And Valverde that just kicked that 50? Was a 49-yard field goal?
50 since it's high school.
Yeah, that was a good 50-yard field goal right there. Here's Coach Eckert right here. Nice tight shot of the kickoff return team right there that we've got. We'll see if they can get some type of return if Valverde doesn't kick it out of the back of the end zone. And then the scary part, getting the ball back with 15 seconds going into the wind. Where are all of our guys going? There we go. Coach,
they want the wind is what they decided they wanted the wind all of a sudden.
So here's what's going to happen, Coach Pogue. We're going to hear some screams in the crowd is we just don't have an offense that's going to go down the field in 80 plays or 80 yards in 15 seconds. We just don't do that.
No.
And you're going to hear some boos in the crowd from not trying to do those types of things. Well, that's just not what our offense is meant for. What our offense is meant for is, I think, if we don't do this, a good overtime. Right? Because we can get from high school football, they put the ball on the 10-yard line and go from there. We shall see here with the next 15 seconds left to go in this game. Jose Valverde, who just kicked that 50-yard field goal, kicking it off, the lefty sophomore. He's going to try to onside it. Oh, we got on it. We got to waste a little bit of time. Decent shot. How about a little, wonder if Coach Jarrett's got any trick plays here.
The old hook and ladder.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah, that helped us out one other time against
Dodge City. You're right. We did have,
2010.
in 2010, Dodge City had us on the ropes at the halftime, up by 30 at half or so, something like that. And we come all the way back. We run a hook and ladder. Matt Reed, Evan Wessel. Evan Wessel makes a diving end zone catch to win the game. Let's see if we can score here with 12 seconds. Dodge City's got 4 defensive backs way back. They're just going to take the knee, not try to turn it over. High school football, both teams get the ball, and that's what's going to happen. We'll take a quick little break, and we'll show a little bit more of our Studio 8 show from last week and go from there.
What's up, Heights Falcons? Mike's hot, the reporters are ready. This is Studio H.
Today we have a few interviews with Coach Dingwa, the football coach, and Coach Fiegel, the soccer coach, for the upcoming season.
And we also have an interview with Mr. Walker for the production of
Broadway and Blue Jeans.
Wow.
It was pretty epic. I thought it was cool. Did you think that was cool?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, even though I didn't really watch the practices that much.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Earlier this week, we had the Navy come up for their band performances and hung out for a little bit with JROTC. Did a couple PT stuff. Worked out outside on the field. We have a couple videos of that.
And tune in to the end of the video to get some upcoming announcements on home events. Huzzah! We did it, guys.
Awesome.
So Broadway and Blue Jeans, I began about 6 years ago, and it involves all 6 choirs in the program. We start our school year off with it. And
Okay, here we go on the coin toss. They're going to reflip it. And looks like it's going to be Heights' choice. Most of the time you want to play defense first. And then you always get to see what you want to do. So does he want to say we want to go that side? No, there we go. So it looks like Dodge. So Heights won the toss. They're going to be elected to play defense, and I believe Dodge City has chosen to go. They get their choice of which one they want to go, right? I believe there's an overtime mark on there. If you just hit the, there you go, OT. And then there's really no clock. Just take off the clock. And then we'll just do down and distance only. So in the overtime, what happens is there'll be a ball on the 10-yard line. There is no first down, right, Coach Pogue?
There is not.
There's no first down, so they get 4 downs to score a touchdown, or they can try to kick a field goal. So that's kind of why Heights has chosen to play defense first. If they can stop them and force Dodge City to kick a field goal, then Heights knows what it has to do. They can either score the touchdown or kick the field goal to tie, and then it'll flip-flop the second after that. So, actually, Heights is elected to be on offense first. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there we go. Interesting decision there. I thought most of the time you always kind of play. Most of the time
I
in
would
college,
like to go defense first, but
maybe they believe in their offense a little bit more than their defense, but we shall see. I believe in Josh Sanders. Give Josh Sanders the ball. He'll get you some yards for sure. So we'll see how it works out for the Falcons right here. Ball's placed at the 10-yard line. Tight end left. Give it to Josh. Dive left. Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. Looks like Josh came up limping right there. Caden Lowry coming off the field. Here we go, 2nd and 5. Depperschmidt under center. Gonna go with, I don't know what they had called there, but they had no motion. I think maybe he was thinking that there might have been a pitch right there, and we ended up losing 2 yards. Gonna bring up 3rd and about 7 now. If we don't get it here, Coach, you got to kick the field goal. You got to go up by 3, right? Yeah. Kalen Lowry back in, tight end to this side. Gonna give it to Josh, trying to get out there, cuts it back. Not gonna get it. It's gonna be 4th down and 5. Tough decision here by the coaches. Let's see what Coach Jarrett and Coach Dingle do. They're looking at each other, looking at the clock right there. Good shot right there by our camera guys. And see what they're going to do. It looks like they might stay with it, or they might call a timeout. There's 15 seconds left. They're probably thinking about it just a little bit longer. It looks like they're going to call a timeout here. There's Coach Dingle calling the timeout. So timeout Falcons. See what happens. And it was that bad second play right there when the quarterback option play. I'm not sure exactly what happened right there. There's a close look of everybody up front. Coach Dingle's talking to Coach Jarrett and deciding what they want to do. Coach Eckert talking to Coach Eckert. Are they going to stick with it? They're going for it. No, Caden Clausen's out there. Okay.
Coach, I think you almost have to kick here. And now Dodge City has to chase. They have to chase the touchdown to win. The best they can do is tie on a field goal now. But, of course, if you missed it,
here we go.
My opinion, you have to kick the.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I just didn't see Caden Clausen going out there. So Dodge City's really going to come after it now. Try to block this kick. Heights is going to have to play tough here on the extra point. Get a good snap kick, and they got it right up the middle, but they kicked it through. Whew. Someone came right through the middle right there. Didn't see who that was.
Like number 50. Chance, or no,
that's Josh Bertolf. So Dodge City's going to get the ball back. There is an opportunity for them to win the game with the touchdown, or they kick a field goal and we go to another overtime.
Yes. And
there will be overtimes until there is a winner, I believe, right?
Right, but I believe it's either after 5 you have to start going for 2. That may just be college. I don't know about high school.
5? I would have thought maybe 2. I don't know. You're right. There might be they might have it where after the second or third or fourth overtime, that's what you're saying?
Yeah, a certain amount of time. I just threw 5 out there because.
You're right. I don't know the rule on that. I have not been a part of too many overtime games.
I have not either. I can think of 2. And one was last year with you, Coach.
Who were we playing?
South High.
We were in overtime with South High. That's right. We had an injury, a quarterback.
Both of them were while I was a kid here at Heights. 1 year against Derby, we went to.
Here's overtime. Dodge City. They're going to just try to power over us, and they're going to do that for 3 straight plays. So what they've done is So they're going to try to probably do the same play over and over again right here. Just go right up the middle. We haven't found an answer for that. You can see big number 88 right there in the center. They're just going to snap it and then give it to Alden. Oh, they're going to try a pass. Can we pick it off? Oh, that was close. Wow, what a decision by the Dodge City coaching staff to go for the touchdown right there on a 2nd and 5, almost get an interception.
That interception would have ended it too, Coach.
We would have won the game right there on that play. I just got to believe that they're just going to – why would they get away from it? They've gotten 5 yards every single time they ran it. We've got to try to blitz those linebackers up the middle or stunt those guys in there. There's Foster, and he's going to pick up the touchdown, and the game is going to be over. Heights loses. Foster gets a little quarterback power or quarterback option to the outside. He takes it to the end zone, stumbles. I thought he was going to fall, but he keeps his balance. Keeps his balance. And that is the ball game as the Heights Falcons lose 26-23.
In a 12-round boxing match. That was just...
And man, what just a defeat for the Heights Falcons. We will be right back here next Friday night as we host the North High Redskins on the 27th. And we'll see if we can get our first victory of the season. Dodge City will be traveling to Great Bend next week. And Caleb, Jordani, who else is here? Lucas, Kate, and Case, thanks so much for working tonight. Coach Pogue, it was fun working with you, man.
It was my pleasure.
We'll be back here next Friday.
Yes, sir.
And check us out next time. That's our next live stream. We also have some other videos on our YouTube channel that you can check out. And we'll... And then that is the final, 26-23. Dodge City over the Heights Falcons.